We're coming in hot to give you our hot takes on all the latest mental health news.
From headlines and memes to developments and breakthroughs.
We go into this show blind with the hopes of learning something new.
Before sharing some bunny hugs.
And leaving with our eyes wide open. I'm Nick.
And I'm Todd. And this is Mental Health Headline Hot Takes.
We're glad you're here.
Hi, everybody. We're going to spin the wheel to see who does their article first.
Well, wait, first, shouldn't we welcome people? We should always welcome people. Hey, everybody. Welcome.
That's your job while I spin.
Okay. Welcome to another episode of Mental Health Headlines Hot Takes. And we're going to spin this wheel and see who gets to go first.
Quick question for you. Have you done any interviews and you forgot what the name was? Of
the guest?
Of the Mental Health Headline Hot Takes?
I don't think so.
Oh, I have. I'm like, it's hotline, hot mental. No. Anyway.
Just check it out. Check it out.
It's Nick's choice again. That's like the third time in a row.
I know. I'm on a win streak here. So my article, let me find this bad boy here, is in the Washington Post.
What's your choice? You don't have to go first.
I'm going first. I'm taking it.
Okay.
So my article is in the Washington Post by a writer called Linda Searing, and it's a headline: "A Pandemic Legacy. The majority of mental health appointments stay remote." So what I thought would be good for us to talk about is almost kind of similar like last time with AI, right? But more than half of mental health appointments, therapy sessions, 55%, are being conducted remotely with video conferencing instead of in person. And this is a brief research report in the journal Annals of Internal Medicine. It's called Telemedicine, Telehealth, Zoom therapy, whatever you want to call it. But basically, from January 1st, 2019 through August 31st, 2023, the Department of Veterans Affairs, it included data of more than 277 million outpatient visits made by 9 million veterans. The telemedicine in the mental health space increased dramatically, obviously, with COVID and the pandemic, and now has become more common than in-person visits. The researchers found that in-person appointments dropped from 81% to 23% for the first few months of the pandemic. And then by spring of 2023, phone-based care largely had returned to its pre-pandemic level, but video stayed there. So, how do you feel about telehealth? And I'll say before, I don't know why I asked you, and then I'm going to share my opinion after asking you. But, so I was never big on telehealth appointments for therapy. I love them for like doctor visits if you can. But I always kind of felt like I needed the in-person connection, right? You're a real person, I'm a real person, but then had to do video for probably 4 or 5 months during the pandemic. And it kind of normalized it a little bit for me. And then I thought, the more I think about it, and I've read about this before too, I think the benefits probably outweigh the negatives, and it's also personal preference, right? But I think the benefits probably outweigh the negatives, but I think it kind of presents its own problems. And one of those big benefits being it kind of expands access to more people, right? That maybe don't have the ability to commute or get to an office, or the flexibility helps probably therapists and clients. But I do feel also like there's some people that just aren't going to experience the same benefits of therapy doing it remotely.
Okay. Yeah. I've never done the over the phone therapy, but I have done the video. And so I live in a town called Indian Head in the province of Saskatchewan. It's in the middle of nowhere. My closest therapist is through the health region, so it's paid for by the government, and that's a half an hour away, and it's like it's not a good office, and you don't have an option. You get what you pay for sometimes. So then the next one up is like an hour away. So to be honest with you, video therapy has been a godsend for me. So I did some EMDR therapy on Zoom or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And she was in Vancouver. Like that's like a 2-day drive. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Can you quickly like how did you do EMDR over Zoom?
So she has like an LED light bar, and
Okay.
she sets the camera up so that yeah, like if I don't think you could do it on your phone. Like you need an actual, uh, monitor
Yeah.
screen so that
Right.
your eyes can go back and forth. But so EMDR therapy, if those that don't know, it's eye movement something or other something. Doesn't matter. Anyway, you move your eyes back and forth while you have therapy. So anyway, and yeah, I think it, like, I don't know, it was good. I liked it. It was like,
Oh, interesting.
I was just sitting right here in my basement and doing it, and she was sitting at her house doing it, and yeah, so yeah, I agree. It's a very huge benefit for people that are in remote places or rural areas or whatever, which is a good chunk of people.
Mm-hmm. That's
I mean, it is
interesting.
nice to
I can't.
be
It's.
face to face, but sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say I can't believe you did that. Like I'm trying to think of how that would work on Zoom, but hey, I guess you're a living case study.
I guess. It sounds like she does it all the time because she's had it all set up there for her and stuff. So, um, yeah, I don't know. How did you do EMDR?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Um, and then she, like she was watching me while I was doing it, and so she would tell me if my eyes are moving far enough and all this stuff, and yeah, no, it was good.
Mm.
Um, the hardest part was, because sometimes when I'm driving home from a therapy session, you kind of decompress and you think about, you know, what you just experienced and stuff. And it was like, I just talked about some of the worst traumas of my life and turn off the monitor and go upstairs, and I'm right in my kitchen, and life is boom hitting me. All of
Yeah,
a sudden
right.
there was no half-hour drive home to like decompress a bit. And so that part was weird. Yeah.
That's the weird thing is I do like the walk home or the ride home to decompress, but then if I do it at home, which it's interesting because I've kind of gone from I skip telemedicine. Like if I have to do remote for some reason, we just talk on the phone, and I like that better because I can walk around, and that kind of helps me versus staring at a screen all day. But it is interesting because there is that like I don't like to do anything after therapy. I don't want to do anything. I just want to like be there, be by myself,
Mhm.
a lot
Yeah.
of times
Yeah.
anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah.
But you're a good use case, right? Of this being um something
Good thing.
that expands access to you that you may not have otherwise had. So
Yeah.
that's a good
Yeah.
thing.
Exactly. Yeah. I would never have EMDR therapy otherwise.
Mm.
Probably, because otherwise I'd have to drive an hour or more to the
Jeez.
closest
Right.
EMDR therapist. So I would be an hour there, an hour in the session, an hour home, plus gas and all that stuff. Right? I'd have been like, "Fuck that! I don't have time
Yeah.
to spend my entire day on a therapy."
Jeez.
So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my article is from, it's an opinion. It's an opinion piece. The Hill. I don't know what that is. Is that a popular?
The Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's popular-ish.
Okay. This is an opinion piece by Mitch Prinstein, an opinion contributor. He's also a psychologist. So the title is Zuckerberg claims social media isn't harmful to mental health.
What an idiot.
Here's what the
Yes,
science
Mark
says.
Zuckerberg knows better than pretty much every single psychologist and mental health professional on the planet.
Well, he showed receipts, but as this psychologist says in his opinion piece here, he cherry picked the information from different articles and different research and stuff, so it sounded good. But while Zuckerberg was talking, so last week, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg told the Senate Judiciary Committee there is no link between social media and negative mental health outcomes among young people, not just adults. Zuckerberg's statement was met with disbelief by many on the committee, who are all too familiar with stories of children being cyberbullied, et cetera, et cetera. Moments after that, he then had to face the parents of a child who had been harmed by the same social media and apologize to them. I think there was some parents of a kid that ended up taking their own life was there, and so yeah, he had to.
Answer to that.
Yeah, I don't think he admitted to anything or whatever, but
Well, I think he's probably a sociopath, so he doesn't even.
yeah, I think you're right. And so some people say, yeah, it was in the article. It says social media can have some benefits, such as promoting socialization, emotional intimacy, and peer support, especially for kids from marginalized groups who live in isolated areas. Kind of like I was saying with my therapist. But we all need to be aware of all the shortcomings and dangers of social media if we want our children to safely access those benefits. So it's very much a what's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of good and a lot of bad when it comes to social media, and
pros and cons.
Yeah. So, but I just thought it was insane. Speaking of mental health, that Mark Zuckerberg just completely denied, and then said the science shows it.
There's so much data.
I know, and he actually says the science shows it, and then
like, what an idiot. This is the thing that like these tech gurus or whatever the heck you want to call them, they really have this like insane ego that is so disconnected from reality sometimes. It's wild. I mean, it's really just wild. Like,
it's a mental health issue for them.
Right. No, it is. And it's like, I'm Mark Zuckerberg, and I'm here to tell you that all the studies and all the professionals and all the brain doctors out there are wrong. And you should listen to me talk about my product and how it's not bad for you. Yeah. Get the F out of here.
Well, I even know like blue collar everyday people that like they hang around the wrong group of people that for long enough, and then I see them like a year later or something. I'm like, who the hell are you? Like, what happened to my friend? It's like, how are you such a weirdo now? And right. So he's surrounded constantly by people that probably kiss his ass and whatever. And so then he does think he's a god, and then says something like that in public, and everybody's like, what an idiot. So yeah, he's creating his own I don't know,
enemies.
well his own what's the psychopathy, really? Psychopathy.
Oh yeah. So yeah, psychopathy, I think.
Something like that.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
He's creating his own disorder.
He's such a loon. These people are Looney Tunes, man. Like these rich, out of touch tech people who just think that they are, for some reason, they think they're smarter than like the smart people and stuff. They're not. Now, if he wanted to say something along the lines of being, understanding social media, I understand social media, the market better than anybody else. Okay, sure. You created Facebook and then you bought Instagram, whatever, right? But to sit here and say that you're smarter or better than it's just like not even
every psychologist
ever. It's like, come on, man. Give me a break.
He almost had us fooled there.
Such an idiot.
And like, man, I just can't imagine having that much money and just continue to want more and still be cutthroat and like to the point you're in front of the goddamn Senate and spewing lies and stuff.
That stupid idiocy.
Like, just retire, man. Like, what the hell? Like, just take your money and spend it. I mean, that's the other thing is these billionaires that have all this money and everyone else is poor. It's like collecting stickers. It's like, I have all the stickers. It's like, well, can we have some?
Yeah. It's psychopathic. That's how we say it.
There you go. You looked it up?
No. I'm just. Okay. It came to me when I was when I was able to say it after not hearing you say it. I was.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, so what do you? What do you think? Like, do you think that anybody should listen to what he says, or is he too far gone?
He's just a CEO of a company, of $1 billion company. I don't even think he's that. A lot of these billionaires, I don't even think they're that smart. I think a lot of them just got lucky with their idea took off. They were like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah. That's how I feel too.
And so they think they're smart because they made $1 billion, but you're not necessarily. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. Whatever. No, yeah.
So
I'm so worried that people are going to listen to our show and just be like, this is such a bummer every week.
Well, I don't think it is every week.
Okay. Or we're just, I mean, it is hot takes. I have a hot take. I think he's an idiot.
Yeah. And I have a take that I've had for a while, and it's that he's an idiot. Just don't talk. Yeah. Now, I wonder if we're going to get someone mad at us for that.
So some Zuckerberg defender.
Yeah. Well, you'd be surprised, man. These people, like, you could look at, there's people that are still out there defending Bill Gates. It's like, what? That guy's a loony. That guy's nuts. And he's a horrible person.
Is he?
Oh,
I haven't gone down that rabbit hole.
Well, don't. You'd be better off if you don't.
I mean, the documentary that he did, he looked pretty good in it. So maybe you're wrong. AI told me he's good.
There you go. I rest my case. Well, yeah,
good.
Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe we can hook Zuckerberg up with a telehealth appointment so that he can learn how to manage his narcissism in a meaningful way.
I like it. That's a nice way to wrap up our meeting. Okay,
maybe
well, thanks. Oh, sorry, you were going to say something?
Oh, I was just going to say maybe we just hook him up with the AI version instead from last week.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks everybody for listening. I again, if you have articles you want us to check out or topics you want us to see and hear, or you have any comments about anything we said, we like good, or we'll take the good and the bad. We like feedback, so feel free to reach out to us. Well, anyway,
all right,
bye.
Thanks, guys. This has been our mental health headline hot takes.
We're so glad you came.
Remember, when you heal yourself,
you heal the world.
Be sure to like this video, leave comments, and suggest articles for future episodes.
Hit subscribe to Eyes Wide Open
and Bunny Hugs and Mental Health.